This episode is brought to you by Peloton. Introducing the new Peloton Cross Training Series, powered by Peloton IQ. Enjoy weekly workout plans tailored to your goals with personalized guidance. With weight suggestions to help you discover new strength and rep tracking so you never lose count. Try the new Cross Training Series, powered by Peloton IQ. Designed for your breakthroughs. Terms apply.
All right, listen up, nacho chips. Quiet down, crispy potatoes. This is the moment Velveeta's been preparing you for, and you're not about to crack under pressure. Today's the day to go all in on the drip. Velveeta's Heat and Eat Queso is the MVP of any game day spread, so stick by them, and you'll be golden. Now get out there and make delicious history. No tailgate party is complete without Velveeta.
You guys, welcome to another episode of What's Your Issue? My name is Troy McKeady.
And I'm Dara Lane. Hi, Troy.
Hi, Dara. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. Just loving a marathon podcasting session with my boy, Toy.
Yeah. We just had we always do like a pre-conversation, obviously, before we start. And we just had like an hour-long rant about housewives. And I just want to say on record that everything I said about Beverly Hills, like, what was it? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
None of it is true anymore. It's so good. I'm obsessed.
I love it.
I'm enchanted. And I just we were talking about how fun Erica and Rachel Zoe's friendship is. It's so fun.
It's so fun. And I love seeing the two of them. I feel like the moment in the last episode where they're at Erica's house and they're talking about Amanda, it's just like, oh, it felt so real the way they were like, what the fuck is up with that girl? Like, it didn't feel like two housewives in a scene, like getting out information. It felt like
girl talk.
This is girl talk.
Yeah, like truly unloading, like, oh my God, that was crazy. She's so weird. Yeah, I agree. It was like so real. Like their friendship feels so organically, like those two women were just meant to be in each other's lives, you know?
Yes.
And I love that Rachel, like, always, like, they get each other's fashion references. Like nothing is over the other's head. And I loved when Erica showed up at dinner and Rachel came up to her and she goes, oh my God, I'm like dying. You are so 80s Aliyah right now. Oh my God. And Rachel and Erica goes, why not?
Why not?
That moment will live with me for the rest of my life. I love that. Why not?
Why not? I also loved when Erica was getting her makeup done and there's just like a quick soundbite of her going, oh, 90s glam. I mean,
oh yeah.
Like, I could listen to her, whatever dissertation she was about to launch into with the makeup artist.
Yeah, she said something like, she was talking about some night that her makeup got ruined, and she was like, yeah, but the beat stayed on, and that's all that really matters at the end of the day. She's like, it's like if Mae West popped out this, like, gremlin version of herself. Like, she's just, like, not of this world.
Yes. And then at her talking head during the dinner when Simon Fuller's ex-wife was like, like a Kristen Wiig character, like, I'm ready to have sex, I'm divorced. And they're all like, what the fuck? And Erica's like, I'm glad someone's having sex too. No one else here.
It's not just me.
I mean, realistically, to think of poor Erica having to hang out with those women before
Sutton.
Rachel, like Sutton, all like they're all just such, I don't know, just like straight white middle-aged ladies.
Oh my God, they're so
like
uptight.
So, I mean, I always say that the Beverly Hills girls are the most uptight. It's so, ugh.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine having to deal with it.
just further proves my theory, which is that Brandi Glanville was always meant to be on OC and Heather was always meant to be there. She's just always meant to be. She is supposed to be a Beverly Hills housewife, and Brandi Glanville was supposed to like be partners with Tamra.
100%.
It's like wrong that never happened.
Yeah, she would have fit in so much better. It truly, with both of them, it's like stuffing a round peg into a square hole, which I guess to some degree they're like, well, that makes for good TV. And it's like, no.
Right.
You need someone who still wants to fit in.
Exactly. And like sometimes, like you said, it doesn't work because it's like you have somebody like Emily who's like, I don't think Heather's funny at all, but you think you're funny.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, babe.
Oh, God. I'll never forget during that OC reunion where they were talking about that moment. And Heather goes, you know, when you said that you wanted to get into screenwriting, I was really supportive of that. And I was like, Emily, you little bitch, how dare you try and get into screenwriting?
Girl.
While you're saying that this woman who has starred in multiple sitcoms, just because you haven't heard of them, just because it wasn't Friends or The Office, that she's not funny. How dare you?
God, I hate that woman. I hate Emily so much. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Whew! But before this turns into a Housewives podcast...
Oh, wait, I was talking about Gina. So sorry.
Hello. Yes.
Listen, Gina looks like an Emily. Emily looks like a Gina.
They're the same person at this point.
Yeah.
They're like one amoeba, just one entity formed into the other.
With a Jersey Mike's sub lodged between both of their buttholes connecting them. Like it's
Their human centipedes.
Sorry, that slipped out of the old mouth hole.
Oh my God. They're connected anally through a Jersey Mike sub.
Dara
Darlene, you okay, girl?
Mother, are you there? I can't see.
I've lost my way. Well, Dara, the time has come. What's your issue?
Well, we have another new publication. 2 weeks in a row, new publication. This is Newsweek from January 16th, 1994. And the article is titled Nancy Kerrigan, I'm so scared. And listen, I'll be completely honest. I don't have a ton to say about Newsweek, the publication, but I've got a lot to say about Miss Nancy Kerrigan, and I know you do too, Troy.
Yeah, this is like a moment that I didn't realize I needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I did need this, and I'm so happy that you chose this.
Thank you.
Because this was a doozer, and like this article, like this specific January 16th moment is like, it's written where nobody knows that Tanya had anything to do with it yet, and it's so crazy to read an article where they don't know.
Yeah. I
was just like, I don't think I ever have. Like, I don't think I've ever read such a time-specific article about this.
I know, and it's why I chose it, because I was thinking, okay, the Olympics, like I kind of wanted to do something sports related, because you know me, I'm just like a huge sports head.
You're such a Kelly Caloran Ben Simone.
Absolutely. I'm known for that. And I was like, oh, obviously Tanya and Nancy, but this is just such an interesting perspective, because we've seen so much about the actual, like, after it happened, and once we like launch into the true crime of it all, for this one moment where the attack has happened, but they think this is potentially like a stalker or something, is so interesting.
And they even mentioned that Tanya like had her own run-in with a dangerous person. Like,
she was getting death threats.
Yeah, like it is. Well, okay. First, before we even get into it, like, what was your figure skating journey in the 90s?
I was so into figure skating. I'm I remember I got a pair of rollerblades, and the reason that I got this particular pair was because they were Christy Yamaguchi like branded rollerblades, and it came with a VHS of Christy teaching you how to rollerblade, and she's like, "It's the same as ice skating."
Oh my God, amazing.
And I would argue it's not.
Yeah, not at all.
But I was really huge into it, and I do have a vague memory of this time period. Like I was very young, but I remember, my mom was always really into ice skating, and 1994 was such a big year because of Nancy. But then also there's, like I remember Sierra Bonelli, the woman who did the illegal backflips, like that was also around this time. And I just remember my mom talking about all the little nuances of that. But I really remember my mom hated Nancy Kerrigan.
Interesting.
So that's why I kind of remember, like, have a vague memory of just more so my mom sort of talking about it, not really being sentient enough to understand what was actually happening, but my mom just talking about Nancy Kerrigan and how she was not a good skater.
But just like the princess and pretty.
The princess, and my mom would go, "And when she got hit, oh my God, you see that video? Why? Why? She's putting it on."
As her knee is like filling with blood.
Yeah. And she's like, "She's not even a good skater. She just skates around in a circle and moves her arms."
Well, she had the money.
Well, and in this article, they say that, like we were saying in our Patreon episode that we just recorded about Katie Holmes. So go listen to that if you're interested. Katie Holmes and Scientology and Tom Cruise. You were mentioning that like the 17 article was very world building and lore building of Katie. I feel like this Newsweek article was very like world building of Nancy.
Oh, for sure.
With like
for sure.
Her, like, she was coming across as this rich girl, but then in the article it's like her father had to work 3 jobs to keep her in skates, and she's like the nicest girl in the world, and she's a princess and she feels like a pageant girl on skates.
And like even through the pain, she demanded to skate. She said, "I can do it. I can land on my shattered knee." And like yeah, it was definitely very world building for sure.
But also what is interesting about this time period, outside of just the sort of the very soon to happen like tabloid whirlwind that's about to overshadow this all, is what had happened really recently was Monica Seles, the tennis star, was stabbed at a tennis match in Germany. And she was the same kind of vibe as Nancy, where it was this young, beautiful, kind of like, could she be this like girl next door, like celebrity of tennis? She gets stabbed by an actual like mentally ill stalker type, and it completely like derails her entire life. So they're like, that is the temperature surrounding this before it's figured out that it's Tanya.
And I have to say, I was always I loved Nancy Kerrigan. I mean, I was a homosexual. Like
Of course.
She was like literally a princess, and like she was so marketable, and but she definitely wasn't my favorite figure skater though. Like I think I just was so obsessed with figure skating that I just loved everybody until I got a little older. And then you had your Tara the second generation of that, like the Tara Lipinskis, the Michelle Kwans, the girls that like literally it was like they're breaking the mold. Because do you remember Tara Lipinski would do like Genie in a Bottle? And it was like she was like the Lady Gaga of figure skating for doing that.
And
Like
it
it
was
was
like, oh
so
my God, like this is not what we do here.
yeah. Like this isn't a contemporary song with no words. Like this is a modern day pop song. So that was when I really got like I started like picking my own favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole time period I just loved so much. And the only time I ever loved men in sports, like I loved Brian Boitano and
Oh yeah.
oh my God. Like I loved all of them, but I was obsessed with just how much of a broad Tanya was. She was
Mm-hmm.
just an aggressive, intense broad who
Yeah.
she skated with like aggression. And I just always thought that was really cool. Like she didn't skate like a princess. She skated like a fucking boxer.
And she skated like her life depended on it, which it
Mhm.
did.
When she would land those tricks, the ones that only she could do, she would do it so hard and so aggressively. I was just like, she was just like the Xena warrior princess of figure skating to me.
Yeah, and it so sucks that this I was gonna say that this happened to Tanya, which I
Right.
mean,
You know.
it's hard to, but the fact that she was a better skater than
Mhm.
Nancy, like you're going through this article and no one's talking about how, oh, she's this incredible skater. They're talking about how, you know, she's she's got a lot of raw talent, but she actually hadn't put in enough work on it
Mhm.
for a very long time.
Mhm.
And that she had done this other, um, what was it? The she had done another meet. I don't know, is that what they
Oh,
call
like
it?
her comeback one?
No, well, she had, well, no, not a, well, she had won something and then she went and did another competition and she absolutely blew it and got one of the worst scores they had seen.
Yeah.
And it was basically just like, oh, she hadn't worked hard enough on it. And she
Right.
just got absolutely smoked by everyone.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't as if, oh, this was the only way Tanya could have beat her. Like Nancy wasn't exactly in a great position
Right.
to beat her out. But then by assaulting her and then she can't go to the Olympic trials, the skating association is like, well, if you can heal by then, you can go. Essentially, like giving her the spot.
Yeah. Which is so and like there
Isn't
was
it ironic?
I totally. And you think about all of the marketing too. Like Tanya Harding was not marketed. She was not in commercials. She was not the
No.
Disney, I'm going to Disney World. Like she was not that girl. And Tanya was so I mean, at that time, like figure skating the marketing was just insane. Like
Yeah.
there was no limit to what these women would be the face of, whether it was like shampoo. And we used to walk around my house quoting these commercials all the time. I'll never forget the Vidal Sassoon commercial with Christy Yamaguchi, where there's like an
Mm.
Italian hairdresser and he turns around and goes, "Hey, Christy!" and she flips her hair. Like they were like marketing mania, and there just wasn't any effort or interest or money put into her at all. Like it's so crazy. It's just absolutely insane. Like the pageantry of the sport.
Yeah. It's also interesting, yeah, that moment in time where figure skating was so big. We really haven't. And then there was Tara. And then after that, I don't know, we
Yeah.
never really saw such ice skating mania after that, did we?
No, I don't think so. I think it fizzled out. Like, I think that it had sort of oversaturated itself because then they started doing like the blah blah on ice. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of turned into just like little marketing puppets. And like, what was the woman's name that you mentioned that did the backflip?
Sierra Bonelli.
Like, even with Sierra Bonelli, it's like you guys only made that move illegal because none of the white girls could do it.
Yeah. And it had been legal. Someone else had done it. And then after that, they made it illegal. And then Sierra was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. But I remember being obsessed with her.
Yeah.
And I do remember when I forget which competition, where she was already in a bad place where she wasn't gonna place. So she was just like, fuck it. And she just started doing all of her flips. And I remember it was so cool.
It's so funny that you even like brought up this article because I watched that the other day.
Really?
Yeah, like that exact her whole routine. I just like watched it randomly and it was so crazy. Like she skated so perfectly. Like she executed every trick to absolute perfection. And when she did that backflip, it was like she executed it so well that even the commentators were like, well, that's illegal, but she killed it. Yeah, like slay mama, but now you won't place.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there should be a Sierra Bonelli story movie.
I agree. She was so cool. It was her, and there was another guy that they would call Flipping Jack, I want to say, where he would backflip like really high. Let me look at
think
his name.
He might have been the guy who like started the flipping and then they made it illegal after him.
Oh, I can't find his name. Maybe it's Ilya Milanin. But I thought he was some white guy. I remember him looking like Bruce Springsteen or something.
Oh, was it Terry Kubica? Because it was American skater Terry Kubica completed the first backflip in competition at the 1976 Olympics, but the ISU banned the move shortly after in 1977. And then the next person to do it was Sierra Bonelli, and her illegal backflip was in 1998.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That checks out.
Oh yeah, and then it says, in the 1994 World Championships in Japan, where she narrowly lost to Japanese skater Yuko Sato. Frustrated by the outcome, Bonelli removed her silver medal during the ceremony.
Wow.
And it was because they were giving her, she said that they were judging her unfairly.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
We're due for a documentary about just like all of this outside of Nancy and Tanya, just like all of it. Like,
yeah,
you know.
Oh, wow. Ahead of the 2024-2025 season, the ISU lifted the ban on backflips.
Wait, when did that happen?
Last year, or
shit.
for the 24 to 25 season. I guess I can do it at the Olympics.
I mean, what's the fucking difference between doing a backflip and a triple sow cow?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, it's just that a bunch of people can't do it that you probably want to place.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the quad god? Ilya Malinin
or whatever. I think that is him.
Yes, and he's the self-appointed quad god.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, great name. Quad god. That's at least how you get some write-ups. That's how you get a little article in the Cut. Call yourself the quad god.
Did you ever go to any whatever on ice?
Oh, I loved it on ice. I believe I've been to the Hercules on ice and Beauty and the Beast on ice.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I was obsessed. Did you ever go to one?
I saw some, but I don't know what they were. I was too young. Like, I don't remember like the context. I just remember like going and like asking my mom to buy me all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I need that cup and I need that and I need that and I need that. I just wanted everything. And I was like so excited. That must have been probably during like Michelle Kwan era. Like it was like a little later.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know, but I thought I'm going to read the opening of the article because I thought this was interesting. We kind of touched on earlier how this is all happening like in real time.
Yes.
So they say, no one has an answer yet, and no one might ever. The man with the club is still on the loose. Not the man with the club. Oh yeah, he used a club. I forgot about that. And Saturday night, police released 2 different composite sketches. Unless he comes forward or starts bragging to his friends, his identity may remain just another vicious secret. But with one swing, he bad managed to convert a celebration of youth and grace, last week's U.S. Figure Skating Championships, into a reminder that games are no refuge for suffering. Just last April, tennis star Monica Seles was stabbed during a match in Hamburg, Germany. The same day, Kerrigan was attacked. Seles withdrew from the Australian Open, still unable to compete 9 months later. Kerrigan, who appears to have suffered only a severe bruise, is not even the first skater to be targeted. In 1992, a California man was sentenced to 3 years in a psychiatric facility after sending threatening and obscene mail to 2-time Olympic champion Katarina Witt, another queen. And just 2 months ago, Tanya Harding, a former national champion, who is figured to be Kerrigan's principal rival last week, withdrew from a competition in her hometown of Portland after a telephone death threat. You know that such a bad thing can happen, said Brian Boitano, America's 1988 Olympic gold medalist, who at age 30 was making a comeback in Detroit. You know anyone can do anything if they want to do it bad enough. Yes, well, Brian.
And ain't that the truth, Brian?
Okay. God, I love Brian Boitano. I can hear his voice right now. That nasally. Because he was an announcer for so long after he stopped competing.
Oh, yeah.
He hosted. Did you like I, Tanya?
I personally loved it.
Me too. I thought it was incredible.
I kind of figured you would be on the same page. What did you think about the discourse about how they treated domestic violence in it?
I mean, I just thought that it was an honest portrayal.
Yeah, because people were saying, oh, this portrays domestic violence so flippantly and with humor, and it almost glamorizes it. I'm I actually think it's really an interesting perspective on domestic violence. Basically, if you haven't seen the movie, they're not acting as if every time Tanya and her boyfriend/husband get into a domestic dispute as if it's the biggest deal in the world. It's this happened, now we're on to the next thing, and it's well, but if you're in a domestic violence situation, and I've never been in a situation like that, but that I'm imagine that's often how it feels. It's oh, well, that happened. This is a normal part of our relationship. We have to go about our business. I thought it was a really interesting, day-to-day perspective on what that can look like.
Yeah, because they chose to show it not through a Lifetime movie lens, but more of a realistic, slice of life kind of way. And listen, I grew up in a domestically violent household. My dad was very violent, and that is how it is. I mean, it's not, and the highs and lows of it, that's what it is. That's why it's so confusing. That's why it's it's confusing for the kids. It's confusing for the people in it, because they can be punching each other and then 10 minutes later clinking beers and sharing a cigarette. I mean, it's very Whitney and Bobby. That's how that's exactly how Whitney and Bobby's domestic situations were. I just thought it was I feel people thought it was being played for comedy.
Yeah.
And it's I feel there can be a comedic element to a person's performance while they're trying to portray something dark.
Yeah. And I think on top of it too, the way you see the domestic violence with Tanya and her mother, it's there is a comedic element to it, because it's Allison Janney, playing this woman and not putting anything extra on. She was doing a realistic portrayal of Tanya's mom. So there was a comedic element to it. But again, that wasn't treated as if it was some big deal, because the reason why Tanya could get into a relationship like that later on is because she had been primed that abuse is normal.
1000%. The mom of it all.
Oh, that mom.
That mom. Oh my God. Just the toxicity of parents like that put their kids in activities and are all right, now get us out of this shithole. Be successful, make us rich, get endorsements, like work your body to the fucking bone, figure it out. I don't love you, figure it out.
Yeah. I kind of wonder with someone like that where there's such desperation where it's like you have to do this because you need to get us out of poverty and
Yeah.
I will mold you into a machine.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how many kids out there actually could like become that and have no like don't even have any sort of like hardcore artistic, if we're talking about our last episode with Raven Simone, or athletic, wouldn't be like otherworldly good at it, wouldn't be a prodigy, but because they have these parents that are just like come hell or high water, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
If you put that on a kid at a really young age, like what you can just out of sheer will make them do.
That's how it's the way that you just described that is like the difference I feel in how somebody like an Aaron Carter became famous, where it's like, you're 5
Yeah.
and is what you're doing so spectacular? Like, no, but
No.
you're still selling out 100,000 people arenas and like you have a confidence that has been forced into you,
Yeah.
you know? But it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, it's not like, and then you have the other extreme, like a Joe Jackson situation where he is actually creating prodigies.
Yeah.
With abuse. It's very interesting. But then, yeah, and then you have, that is so, it's almost like chicken or the egg kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like, maybe you can make any person, if you get them at a young enough age, if they just have a little kernel of talent, like, oh, okay, you can carry a tune.
Yeah.
And they're young enough and you just really hammer them every single day.
Mm-hmm.
To which I ask, like, could I have been a pop star if my mom was just more committed?
I mean, the resentment that I used to have for my mom for not like being a stage mom, like literally, I was like, are you joking right now? Like, I'm right here. Make me a star, you bitch. You're such a fucking bitch. My mom, by the way, who's like 17 and trying to like put food on the table. I'm like, can you get me to the Nickelodeon studios now? Lazy?
You wouldn't have to worry about that job you're working if you were driving me to more auditions. Okay, I can take over now. I just don't have a license.
Like, don't make me emancipate, mama.
Mama.
I'm this close.
I have the lawyer on the horn right now.
I've been in contact with the Culkin lawyer. I have it all set up. Like, I
Drew
truly
Barrymore
was like,
is going to be my legal guardian, okay? We know how this is done.
One time my mom took me to, I forced my mom to take me to like a Barbizon audition as a kid.
I love it. I love it.
And it was so awkward because my mom's friend from work was there with her kid and they didn't know. And they had us all go up to this table and like charm. It was like a brothel. Like, it was like walk past this table of judges and like saunter by and give them your smile and, you know, be charming or whatever.
That is genuinely horrifying.
I know. And I'll never forget, like, I turned it on. I was like, blink, blink, blink. Here are the dimples. Like, here's all of it. I'm giving finger points and shit, pulling my suspenders. And when the thing was over, they sent my mom's friend's kid home. And it was one, like, even as a kid, I was like, this is fucking weird. Sorry.
You're a pearl.
Literally. I go kill the kid for even thinking about auditioning.
Yeah.
But you were full pageantry though.
Not full. I mean, I only got into that, like, I did Miss New Hampshire Teen USA when I was in the 9th grade. And that was me begging my mother. And God bless her. My mom does have the heart of a stage mom. If only she had had a parent to teach a stage mom to stage mom her into being a stage mom parent, like she could have raised me. But she didn't quite, she didn't know the ropes, but she did really put her back into it for that pageant. She sent me to this it was like a modeling school. It wasn't Barbizon. It was like like a grassroots New Hampshire type Barbizon.
Okay.
It ended up getting shut down because
Of
the woman
course.
who owned it was extorting money and blah 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 blah.
Of course, they always were.
And I remember me and this other girl who were both about to be in the pageant. We went there and they kind of gave us like a class on walking and what we should do with the judges and blah blah blah. And meanwhile, she was like 5'10", beautiful, from Malta, and I was like,
You're like, and I'm dirty. I put a squirrel in my bed and mustard in my bed. Is that bad?
But I'll never forget, she said, I had never heard of Malta before. And she goes, well, you know, in Malta, incest is legal because there's so few people who live there. That stuck with me ever since.
Oh my God. Is that like a rich area?
Malta, I don't know if you picked up on this, in the last like year, it's become the vacation destination to go to, the it destination, because the travel association was putting in like big marketing bucks to get people to come. I mean, I don't know much about it. I don't think it's necessarily on its own like a rich place, but it's like a Mediterranean island, type of kind of island.
Wow.
Like a Greece kind of vibe.
Incest is legal here. What the fuck?
And I was like, what an interesting little like get to know you soundbite that this girl absolutely trots out.
Yeah.
Like she's just going around America telling all the kids about it, and we're all like, whoa.
You're all Googling what incest is at home.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, guys, I've thought about this like a lot throughout the years. Like, what? Because like I understand, and I'm not just saying this. I'm not saying this as a joke. I understand that if I were straight,
yeah,
or had interest in sports, you don't have to be straight to play sports, obviously. But if I weren't such a fan, my dad would have been like, "You're playing." I was very like 1 degree separated from like really big sports things in my family. I come from a boxing family.
Oh, wow. Really?
Like my dad's Brittany was Mike Tyson. Like I grew up every day. I know everything about Mike Tyson. I've seen a million of his fights. Like my barber, Mike Tyson dated my barber growing up, his sister. So, and then like my cousins are all in boxing. My uncle was a boxing coach. Like they all like won like the golden gloves and the diamond gloves and all of that stuff. And it was like, and then you have me who could do it. Like if I had the passion.
You have such an athletic build. Like I always forget, and then we're next to each other and I'm like looking up at you.
As I'm picking you up by your neck.
Like, really?
No, it's true. It's true. And like I had these random moments throughout my life, like where I would discover my natural abilities to be athletic, and I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? Like I got interested in tennis for a few years, and I was like taking tennis lessons, and I was outrageously good at it. Like it was like, but then I was like, whatever, I want to go to the mall. You know what I mean?
Okay, see, this goes along with my theory that I think if your kid is a prodigy at one thing, there probably could be a prodigy at a bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a different type of parent, I think you would have been Raven Simone or Tiger Woods, who could say?
Yeah, it's there was like one short period of time where my dad was like, listen, I want you to try boxing. It is what it, like, I know that you don't want to. I know we've been avoiding having this conversation, and like, you're clearly fucking gay, but I want you to do boxing. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. And then I had to tell my cousin, because my uncle was a boxing coach, and I was like, you need to fucking figure out, I'm not doing it. And it's up to you to make sure that I don't have to fucking box. I will not box with you. So my cousin helped me get out of it.
Oh, that's good. Thank
Yeah.
God you had an ally. What if that beautiful brain of yours got knocked around?
And my cousin was being abused by his dad. Like his dad was an abusive. He was just like Tanya Harding's mom. Like he loved his kids and stuff, but he was a very cold, just coach. Like it was like I would listen to him train my cousin, who was like very sensitive, just like a sweet boy, and he would be calling him a pussy and like, oh, I am like you're such a little bitch. Like he would put all this like crazy shit into his head, and he like got his sister into boxing, and she got really good at it, and he was like, your sister's so much fucking better than you. Like it took a girl to get you to even be a little bit decent, shit like that. And I was like, I'm not cut out for this world. Like I'll dance like a monkey on a set or something, but I'm not gonna be an athlete's kid. Like I can't.
No. Did you ever take dance classes?
No, I always wanted to though. That was another thing. I was like, damn, I want to be a backup dancer.
Yeah, because you would have, I mean, if you had that natural athletic ability, I mean, imagine the pirouettes.
Oh my God. And I would spend hours like learning choreo and shit as like a teenager. And I was like, I know that I'm like good at this, but I had a teen mom. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like your parents' restrictions are the thing that saves you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's God's protection.
It is God's protection. It's like I would have been fucking chopped liver if I had pursued any of that acting stuff. Like I wanted to be the exact kid that we now podcast about.
Yeah, it is so interesting when you're a kid looking at these other kids, and you're like, I could do that.
Right.
Like, there couldn't possibly be anything bad about this. Like, I don't want to go to school. They don't have to go to school. They just get to perform and
play pretend.
And play pretend. And it's like, you have no idea.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
And to imagine being like, you know, because I think about the way that I viewed figure skating as a kid. And like to me, it was just like the purest, perfect sport. Like it was just like, there's no sport better than this. It's like so good. And to find out when I got older, much older, I don't even think I knew until I, Tanya, like how corrupt it actually all is, honestly.
Yeah.
And just like that it's like a form of pageantry. Like it's a lot of bullshit, and it's like who has the most money and who's the prettiest and who's white and who's not. And
it's like any of those singular sports like tennis, golf, all of those sports that are just that are very expensive, especially to be able to participate in. It's so easy for it to be corrupt. Not that any other sport isn't, but it's so much more, it's like it's easier to pay to play a little bit.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the things that you must see. Oh my God, if there are any figure skaters listening, reach out to us as a letter to the editor with crazy stories of like coaches shit that you've seen, or like just the crazy behind the scenes stuff. Cause I just can't even imagine.
Truly. I mean, that's the other thing though, when it comes to like, I am not a fan of the Olympics personally. I used to be when it was figure skating and gymnastics. I was into that. As I've gotten older, I do not look forward to the Olympics, especially knowing more about it and how it just destroys cities. And it's obviously like so rooted in nationalism, and just also how it feels just like a way to swindle young people into being exploited and just kind of ultimately like often ruining their lives because they give everything to this sport, and then to become so good at it, to be the top of your field, and then to get out of it and realize that for most of these people, there's no applicable real world skills that they can go on to do. It's like, oh, okay, now you can be a coach. It's
Right. Like cheer.
Cheer. It's exactly like Cheer. It's like this is worthless now in the real world.
Yeah. It's like you've like as like a young adult reached like Olympian level skill, and then afterwards, yeah, you're just gonna basically train kids in your like hometown and like get another job because this doesn't pay anything and it's like a passion
Exactly.
thing to do it.
It really takes the magic out of it when you look at it through that lens. I'm just like, ugh,
Yeah.
this bums
It
me out.
does. It does take the magic out of it, and this era of figure skating was so magical. It was
Yes.
it was all magic. I mean, even just like her iconic Disney commercial, like, "Christy, what are you gonna do now? I'm going to Disney World." I mean, are you kidding me? The way that I used to walk around my house saying that all the time, and like, I just believed in this so much. I
Yeah.
also, by the way, much like you, I would rollerblade around our carpeted living room and
Yeah. It was safer that way. Okay.
Where,
I
like,
was
it's
on the carpet like, hell yeah, I'm good at this.
It's like you're walking.
Yeah.
You are not skating, baby. You are just walking with weird shoes on. And I would be doing like flips and shit and trying to do triple sow cows. And I was like, this is just, I don't think I ever in life was more inspired by a sport. Like tennis came close, like the Serena and Venus of it all. And like, the Anna Kournikova. I'm still gay. But yeah, nothing affected me like figure skating. And I just don't think a sport, maybe gymnastics, but I just don't think a sport has been able to capture that specific kind of like optimism, magic. Maybe
Yeah.
gymnastics.
I think I really also love gymnastics, but it never measured up to ice skating. And I do think it's because there's such a freedom in the ice skating that feels, I think, like even more palpable than with gymnastics. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
just the gliding, it has a showmanship also that gymnastics does not have unless we're just doing floor routines.
Mm-hmm.
But even then,
Yeah.
it's so you still feel the technicality of it. But with ice skating, it's like you can be free and you're performing and you're dancing, but then also you can do this thing where you can just fly into the air and like it's aspirational and artistic. It's like, oh, I love it.
That's actually the perfect because it's theatrical. Like it's
Yes.
theater.
It's
It is
theater.
literally going to see a performance, but it's an athletic performance. And different figure skaters like implementing different elements of art, like Chris Yamaguchi's performance style was so different than like whoever else. But yeah, you're right. It was just like they were like fucking pop stars.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Especially, I mean, even before Tara, but then when Tara came around, I was like, here's the youngest girl to do this shit. I mean, that made it even more like pop star, teeny bopper, like really got the kids into it.
And then, hello, oh my God, what is his name? He's on Traders right now.
Johnny Weir.
The Johnny Weir of it all, where it was like, you know what? Like, yeah, gays do this. And we're allowed to be out of the closet doing this sport, like, enough. Johnny Weir literally was the Lady Gaga of figure skating. Like, literally.
I do love that that Johnny and Tara, after they are one of the few Olympic success stories where every 4 years they get to trot out and make the rounds.
Yes.
Getting to use their skills for the rest of their lives. When I saw them on Traders, I was like, number one, the two of them are just like such millennial, like 2016. It looks like it's still the same time when they first debuted together as a twosome. It's like, oh, I love that you guys. No one's like, let's update this style. It's just like we're frozen in amber. But what's interesting about Tara now is like, does anyone even like the younger generation, are they just like, oh, that girl who's always with Johnny Weir? Like, do they even fully understand Tara mania?
No.
They couldn't.
No. And I guess that's like, that is what it is to be like a sports phenomenon. Like, we won't ever
Yeah.
understand like the Bruce Jenner phenomenon. Not really. We just hear
No.
about it, you know? But to
Yeah.
have lived that era where like everybody was buying Wheaties, and it's like if you eat Wheaties you can become an athlete, and like, you know, all of that
Yeah.
pandemonium. Like, I feel like you do have, it's a generational thing, and you really have to
You had
have
to be there.
experienced it. Yeah, like even with Venus and Serena, it's like, I know people know that they're like the most famous tennis stars in the world, but to have lived through those girls with those beads,
Yeah.
whooping everybody's asses as sisters, and like the
Yeah.
progression of them as athletes, and the outfits, and their dad, and just all of it, like to not have been a part of the story, it's like you'll never get it.
Well, that kind of reminds me of you mentioned to me about how like you're noticing that there's younger people who were not alive when it was like Britney mania,
Mm-hmm.
and how they're looking around, they're like, "Oh, how famous was this person? Like, was she actually that big of a deal?"
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of is interesting where if you were a huge deal and you are no longer at that level, it is kind of like, oh yeah, the like a generation who didn't experience it, they like can't understand
Yeah.
how big you were. And it's like, yeah, oh, you won these championships, you won this Olympics, and um you know, you had this many singles, blah blah blah. It's like that's just words on a page unless you
Mm-hmm.
really saw what it was like.
Yeah, and I think it all goes back to my like message board outside with a megaphone thing that I just never shut up about, which is cable. Like, I think that this is the
Mhm.
first generation to be not,
Oh my god, yeah.
it's because of cable. Like, even athletes that we didn't grow up with, because of cable, I still like, we had an awareness of them and like their lore, and you would see them in their has-been era doing like the Surreal Life, and doing
Yeah.
like like commentary as a talking head on like VH1 or whatever. Like, we still had, like, we are like an extremely media literate generation, like to the
Yeah.
point of it almost being kind of psychotic, and to have that just cut off
Yeah.
randomly is a really crazy thing to be experiencing right now. And like, it's like none of our icons are safe from the fact that these people that are going out and buying music just don't fucking have the access to know who they were or why they were important. Like, they don't know
Yeah.
why Madonna's iconic. They think that she's like some old lady. It's really crazy.
Yeah. And just thinking about when we were kids and watching cable, the way like just hearing about Beatlemania. Like I feel like
Right.
it was like propaganda.
Yes.
Like our boomer parents programming like these children will not forget the Beatles. They must put respect on
Yes.
their name. It's Beatlemania, and seeing all the old black and white footage of them coming to America. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, if we'd never had all of that information, by the time, we were ingesting media, we wouldn't like I was a huge fan of the Beatles. I did a project on the Beatles in the 6th grade. Like I wouldn't have done that.
No way. Because like, how the fuck would you have been inundated with all of that information, whether you liked it or not? It's not even like we
Yeah.
were seeking it out. It was just like constantly being downloaded into our brains, all this history and this IP. And it's like, it's crazy to think about that that's just not a thing. And there's like a complete reliance on YouTube for people to know about the past. But like, what
Yeah.
are you going to be YouTubing Dominique Dawes's? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you're just not going to be seeking out that information.
No, and there's no one there telling you, "Oh, this was what was important at this time." Like
Hmm.
you need a media Sherpa
I
to
know, it's immediate. We're media Sherpas.
We are.
That's what we are, media Sherpas. Because I honestly think about the fact that like, I have to remind myself sometimes that I wasn't actually around for the 80s.
Yes. Same.
I'm like, no, babe, you didn't actually experience it. But it's like, I did.
There are so many times where I'm like, yep, I remember this exactly, blah, blah, blah. And I'll get called out on it. And then I'll be like, oh, wait, yeah, I was 9 months old when this happened. I have no working memory of this, actually.
Right. Yeah, it's like, no, Troy, you don't remember the premiere of the Thriller video. You were not sentient. Like, you were, I think, 1.
Yeah.
But, like, I would never think, like, there's no part of my mind that feels like I didn't experience it in real time because we got such a history lesson. And athletes, same thing. Like, we learned so much about athletes from the past through, like, VH1 and, like I said, through their failed, that era that an athlete goes through when they're, like, doing Geico commercials and, you know, like, Snapple share, whatever, like, just, like, they're kind of like, I'm not famous anymore, but I'm famous enough to be, like, when MC Hammer was doing those commercials for, like, debt payment.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever. Well, do you have any closing thoughts about Tanya Harding or Nancy or figure skating?
Well, when it comes to this article, we do have to point out the most haunting line in it.
Ooh, tell me.
Quote, before the attack, her coach said Kerrigan really needed, quote, a big win. You have to lay down the challenge to the competition, he told Newsweek. You want them to feel they have to pull out all the stops to beat you. If they do and add risk to their routines, you've got them playing your game.
Is that a threat?
You want them to, but it's Nancy Kerrigan's coach saying that you want the competition to feel that they have to, quote, you want them to feel they have to pull out all the stops to beat you.
Oh, I don't like that.
This was before the attack.
They should feel like they want to kill you.
And they did.
Did you know that her knee wasn't, like, shattered? Did you know that it was just an extreme bruise?
Yes, I did, because that was part of the thing. My mom, that was the thing where my mom was always like, oh, and she's like, why? You could tell she's putting that on. It was a bruise. She was fine.
To get, like, your knee beaten with a metal bar and be like, skate it off.
That's my mom's. That gives you a window into things.
Yeah. Like, should your mom have been like a figure skating coach?
Honestly, perhaps. Like, well, I mean, Mom, even though she didn't shatter her knee, I would imagine that a surprise metal pipe or whatever to the old kneecap is occasion to be like, ow!
While it's oh my god, that made me choke, cough, laugh.
It's very literally the amount of times I heard, Dara, you're fine.
Oh my god, that is so funny. As her knee is, like, filling with so much blood that they are removing, like, gallons of blood underneath her kneecap, like, it's like,
when I read that part, I was like, is that what you're supposed to be doing? Like, is that not the body's method of, I don't know, like, healing itself or something? Should we be?
You're right. Yeah. Like, isn't there, like, platelets or whatever in blood that help, like, the white blood cells, like, connect to
listen,
whatever?
I'm no doctress, but I don't.
We are just two sluts, but I do think that, like, the blood helps or something. I don't know. Oh my god, that is so funny. Oh my god. And also, my final thing on this is just the fact that it was a club. And, like, for it to be a club, and for those of you who are younger listening to this that don't know what a club is, baby, I don't mean a baton. I mean an as seen on TV infomercial product called The Club. It was all of the rage in the 90s where it was like this, people still use them, like older people use them, but it was this big metal bar that you would latch onto your steering wheel and then
I mean,
lock
I
it.
still sometimes see them out and about.
Yeah, they're still like, they're not like advertised on TV anymore, but it was like a phenomenon, the club.
Which I will say, not quite physical media, but I guess analog. I feel like I predict maybe we'll see a comeback of the clubs because now that everything is automized, I've been reading about how cars are getting stolen all the time.
Oh, right. Yeah. I think you and I were talking about that.
Yeah. And just a really low budget way to make sure someone can't drive away with your car.
Yeah. Like you physically can't turn the wheel. Like you can hack whatever you want, but yeah, it's true.
It's so simple.
It's so true. I don't know why that commercial sticks out to me so much, but just like
it was such a
scene on TV.
huge.
Oh, it was huge.
Huge. And that's another thing they don't even know about.
I know. Yeah. Well, this was so fun to reminisce about. Like
it was.
You know, it's not often that I get to talk about sports like this, so when I do, I really get excited, you know?
I'm glad that you enjoyed this. It just came to me in a dream. Let's cover
Tanya
Nancy.
brought it to you spiritually.
Yeah.
Everybody...
we do have a letter to the editor.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which, as a reminder, if you'd like your letter to the editor read and discussed live on air, you can leave a 5-star review on Apple with your letter to us, or you can leave it as a comment on an episode in Spotify. This says, letter to the editor. I just discovered your podcast and I love it. I've been chronically online since the 90s, and I can definitely tell you plenty of funny and crazy stories about meeting people during that time. I made friends with so many great people I talk to this day. I'm going to send you a message on Instagram to connect. Oh.
Okay.
Well, thank you. We're going to check those DMs. And that was from JYR Gore.
Tell us all the stories, and we won't share the ones you don't want us to share.
Yeah. We're a lockbox, even though...
Oh!
What?
Side note, the Filofax is back.
Yes!
It's back.
It's so back.
Like,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Literally, after that episode, I saw an article, I don't remember what it was on, but it was like about how young people... It's like... There's this massive move towards physical media, and people are buying DVDs like crazy. They're buying magazines, they're buying books, they're buying all of this shit. And the Filofax, people now want to physically like keep track of everything, and like young people are buying them like crazy.
Now, Troy, was it an article you saw, or was it when I said this to you during an episode we recorded a couple weeks ago?
No, I really did read it.
Okay.
No, I really did see a thing on the internet about how like young people have now adapted the Filofax.
Okay.
And I was like, is this a fucking joke?
Oh, sorry, I questioned your sanity there for a second.
No, I'm honestly, you were right too.
Okay.
I was like,
I felt bad for a second, and then I was like,
no, I was like, do I need a Filofax? Like, is this like
I want one. I
want
love writing down like calendar stuff, to-dos. I have never strayed from hand to pen to paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I want one, and I want to decorate it like I've been seeing the kids.
Yes. I want to decorate it. I want to put stickers on it.
But
like,
don't you think that's so weird? It feels like we unconsciously manifested it.
Yeah.
That we were talking about it, and then in a couple months, they're back.
Yeah.
And like, why, like that brand?
Right. And I can't believe that enough years had passed that I had forgotten that was like a common word to say in the 90s. Like, you always would hear people in movies talk about their Filofax, and, you know, like, it was just like as often as you'd hear somebody say like, my Palm Pilot.
Yeah. And we were over here being like, a file fax. Yeah, that's like a hand fax machine.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Listen, we don't always get it right.
No, we rarely do, honestly.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. We appreciate you. We love you.
We love you so much.
Check out our Patreon. We're doing full episodes there and bonus content as well on the main feed.
Like we said, we did Katie Holmes for our most recent one. Before that, we did Heidi Montag and her famous People magazine with all the surgeries. We're having fun over there.
We've been actually kind of killing it on the Patreon episodes. They've been very fun to record.
We've actually been slaying boots down hunty. So
I'm realizing right now it was a slay. But Dara, I love you.
I love you, my king.
Bye.
Bye.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy.
How many discounts will you stack up? Tap the banner or visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.